Yeah, I mean, like I told like them. I'm from a small hood in Marcy. I come from a project. I come from nothing. Like people were very.
All right, we got George Carlin once again. You know, this one is gonna be a doozy, man.
Yeah.
It's called "Religion is Bullshit."
Right.
Don't know how many of you are religious,
Right.
but here we go, right? Here we go.
There we go. Let's see what he got to say.
But in the bullshit department, a businessman can't hold a candle to a clergyman. Because I got to tell you the truth, folks. I got to tell you the truth. When it comes to bullshit, big time, major league bullshit, you have to stand in awe. In awe of the all-time champion of false promises and exaggerated claims, religion. No contest. No.
That's such a good point. You ever heard some bullshit? It was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, It just took you, but like you just got knocked out by like Muhammad Ali. Like, yo, what the fuck?
I can't believe you said that shit to me.
Yeah, like, before we go into this, like, what's the biggest bullshit thing you ever heard?
Damn, I don't.
Giannis is the MVP.
Giannis is MVP, but the biggest bullshit I've ever heard.
I think I can't say mines because mines offend so many people. I can't say.
I don't want to say mine because I think like the person may watch one of the videos one day, and then when he said it to me, like I like when you hear bullshit, it's like like you don't say anything. Like okay.
You be like yeah.
The nigga said, I can smell a girl's pussy from like a mile away. And I'm like, what? Like, he said that he knows when a girl's pussy stinks. And I'm like, okay. Without even her taking her clothes off. And I'm
Without her taking her clothes off.
Like, he smells it from like a distance.
So
he said he's always had a talent for that.
Power
Yeah, he said he has a sixth sense.
He can smell pussy.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's a shitty power.
Sound like a rapist.
Yeah. It's like some
Religion easily has the greatest bullshit story ever told. Think about it. Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list.
This is such a touchy subject. It's so touchy.
The funny part about this shit is he not even trying to be funny. He just
putting his thoughts, right? Like what he believe in. Man, the Christians, we going down like 10 points with the Christians, the Jews, and the Muslims. And we going down like 10 points.
Oh my God. Man. You see, this is what happens when you get old, people. You just don't give a fuck no more, man. He just happened to be
in the back of the church.
Yeah.
He's like, and I want you to preach. If you've been saved, that's a load of bullshit. Excuse me? I said that's a load of bullshit.
Show me the receipts. Show me the receipts.
Oh my God, I think he's catching the Holy Ghost. No, the Holy Demon. We gotta put it, don't you fucking touch me.
He really is the type of guy, like,
do that, right?
Son, I don't even think this was a stand-up. Like, he just came on here, it was like, I'm already famous, fuck this shit, I'm gonna just go and talk my bullshit. This is amazing, man. This is lit.
10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you.
I'm not even gonna lie. Say what y'all want. Now listen, right?
Oh,
say what y'all want,
easily
right?
one of his funniest, yeah.
Say what y'all want. I'm not gonna say religion is bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna say anybody's belief is bullshit. The only thing that I believe is bullshit is that exact part that he said.
Yeah.
I feel like to me personally, whatever God is or whatever is like beyond us, because I do believe in like life beyond us.
Yeah.
So whatever's beyond us, I don't feel like they're gonna judge you for being human.
Yeah.
And put you in hell. Like that's it. We done with you. Like that sounds like something. It don't sound like something of a higher power or a higher knowledge would think like.
Yeah. Like,
that sounds way too emotional.
Yeah.
That sounds like something a human would come up with.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I feel like somebody came up with that part right there. Like maybe they took like the religion and they just, cause you know people wrote the book.
Yeah.
So it could be like you put they shit in there to scare you into, because that don't seem right to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't, because like, you know, I've done a lot of unholy shit. Like that means I'm going to hell. Like I'm a good person. Like I know I'm a good guy, but we all slip up.
Die right now.
That would be fair. That would be fair. And like I said this before, man. Like, if my God can't understand me, then he's not my God, man.
Yeah, the person that made you.
If he doesn't understand why I'm doing the things I'm doing, then he's not my God.
And he's supposed to be our father.
Yeah.
That's like me having some kids and they fuck up and like, you know what, you going right.
Yeah, like.
Get in the oven. Get in the oven right now.
355 Fahrenheit. Fucker.
He loves you and he needs money. He always needs money. He's all powerful, all perfect, all knowing, and all wise. Somehow, just can't handle money. Religion takes in billions of dollars. They pay no taxes, and they always need a little more. Now, you talk about a good bullshit story. Holy shit. But, thank you very much. But I want you to know something. This is sincere. I want you to know, when it comes to believing in God, I really tried. I really tried. I tried to believe that there is a God who created each of us in his own image and likeness, loves us very much, and keeps a close eye on things. I really tried to believe that, but I gotta tell you, the longer you live, the more you look around, the more you realize something is fucked up. Something is wrong here. War, disease, death, destruction, hunger, filth, poverty, torture, crime, corruption, and the ice-capades. Something is definitely wrong. This is not good work. If this is the best God can do, I am not impressed. Results like these do not belong on the resume of a supreme being. This is the kind of shit you'd expect from an office temp with a bad attitude.
Oh, man.
Oh, was it?
You putting the hammer down, man.
All right, now with this part, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I feel like, now I've been, like when I was a kid, right, we had a subject where we had to like, I think we had to do some religion thing. I don't remember what it was, right?
In church? I mean, in school?
In school.
Oh, they bugging.
Right, so.
They bugging. What if you were paired up with like a Muslim kid?
I don't think you had to do it. Well, I was in the ghetto, so like it was a whole bunch of black kids. There wasn't a lot of Muslims. There wasn't a lot of Jewish. There was a lot of Jesus, you know.
Niggas broke all the rules. Niggas was in math class, yo. Talk about God, yo. So like I was saying, like that pussy was super wet last night.
Super wet. Oh God.
Fuck these kids, man. I know my check better come. That's all I know.
Yo, but you know, alright. So out of all religions, right?
Yeah.
Which one would you feel like, if you had to pick one?
Oh nah, man.
You could relate to the most.
Relate to the most?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You put me on the spot, boy. I can relate to the most.
Yeah. But that you would say would like make the most sense to you.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah. Cause that's what religion is about, really.
Damn, son, I ain't gonna lie to you, son. I never came across a religion to me that made sense. Like I remember I had a conversation with a Muslim guy, and he was telling me that we all the same height in heaven. We all gonna be like 19 feet. And I'm like,
how tall is he?
He's shorter than he was like 5'1" or some shit. I was like, yo,
He bullshit.
he bullshit. He was just pissed because he was sure. He's like, we all go. He said, when you die, we all 19 feet. Who care about my height? We die, we all 19 feet. I'm like, alright, okay, like but
You know what I like?
yeah.
I like quotes from Buddhism.
Okay.
Right. So on this part,
Yeah.
the only thing
Does spirituality count as like a religion?
I don't think so.
But I think like
I could relate to some spiritual shit.
yeah, some spiritual shit kind of does make sense. I thought it was bullshit because like all the excuse my French, but all the thoughts, you know what I'm saying? All the thoughts, that's what they believe
They
in.
turn into spiritual.
Yeah, but it's kind of got some shit that I kind of like.
Yeah, it's some shit.
Between you and me, if in any decently run universe, this guy would have been out on his all-powerful ass a long time ago. And by the way, I say this guy because I firmly believe, looking at these results, that if there is a God, it has to be a man. No woman could or would ever fuck things up like this. If there is a God, I think most reasonable people might agree that he's at least incompetent and maybe, just maybe, doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit, which I admire in a person and which would explain a lot of these bad results. So rather than be just another mindless religious robot, mindlessly and aimlessly and blindly believing that all of this is in the hands of some spooky, incompetent father figure who doesn't give a shit, I decided to look around for something else to worship, something I could really count on. And immediately, I thought of the sun. Happened like that. Overnight, I became a sun worshiper. Well, not overnight, you can't see the sun at night. But first thing the next morning, I became a sun worshiper. Several reasons. First of all, I can see the sun, okay? Yeah. Unlike some other gods I could mention, I can actually see the sun. I'm big on that. If I can see something, I don't know, kind of helps the credibility along, you know? So every day I can see the sun as it gives me everything I need. Heat, light, food, flowers in the park, reflections on the lake, an occasional skin cancer, but hey, at least there are no crucifixions, and we're not setting people on fire simply because they don't agree with us. Sun worship is fairly simple. There's no mystery, no miracles, no pageantry, no one asks for money, there are no songs to learn, and we don't have a special building where we all gather once a week to compare clothing. And the best thing about the sun, it never tells me I'm unworthy. Doesn't tell me I'm a bad person who needs to be saved. Hasn't said an unkind word. Treats me fine. So I worship the sun. But I don't pray to the sun. Know why? I wouldn't presume on our friendship. It's not polite. I've often thought people treat God rather rudely, don't you? Asking, trillions and trillions of prayers every day, asking and pleading and begging for favors. Do this, give me that, I need a new car, I want a better job. And most of this praying takes place on Sunday, his day off. It's not nice, and it's no way to treat a friend. But people do pray, and they pray for a lot of different things. You know, your sister needs an operation on her crotch. Your brother was arrested for defecating in a mall. But most of all, you'd really like to fuck that hot little redhead down at the convenience store. The one with the eye patch and the club foot. Huh? Can you pray for that? I think you'd have to. And I say, fine, pray for anything you want. Pray for anything. But what about the divine plan? Remember that? The divine plan. Long time ago, God made a divine plan. Gave it a lot of thought, decided it was a good plan, put it into practice. And for billions and billions of years, the divine plan has been doing just fine. Now you come along and pray for something. Well, suppose the thing you want isn't in God's divine plan. What do you want him to do? Change his plan? Just for you? Doesn't it seem a little arrogant? It's a divine plan. What's the use of being God if every rundown schmuck with a $2 prayer book can come along and fuck up your plan? And here's something else, another problem you might have. Suppose your prayers aren't answered. What do you say? Well, it's God's will. Thy will be done. fine. But if it's God's will and he's going to do what he wants to anyway, why the fuck bother praying in the first place? Seems like a big waste of time to me. Couldn't you just skip the praying part and go right to his will? It's all very confusing. So to get around a lot of this, I decided to worship the sun. But, as I said, I don't pray to the sun. You know who I pray to? Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci. 2 reasons. First of all, I think he's a good actor, okay?
It's a guy, he's normally known for like playing a lot of like Italian mobster roles.
Oh, okay.
To me, that counts. Second, he looks like a guy who can get things done. Joe Pesci doesn't fuck around. Doesn't fuck around. In fact, Joe Pesci came through on a couple of things that God was having trouble with. For years, I asked God to do something about my noisy neighbor with the barking dog. Joe Pesci straightened that cocksucker out with 1 visit. It's amazing what you can accomplish with a simple baseball bat. So I've been praying to Joe for about a year now. And I noticed something. I noticed that all the prayers I used to offer to God and all the prayers I now offer to Joe Pesci are being answered at about the same 50% rate. Half the time I get what I want, half the time I don't. Same as God, 50-50. Same as the 4-leaf clover and the horseshoe, the wishing well and the rabbit's foot. Same as the mojo man. Same as the voodoo lady who tells you your fortune by squeezing the goat's testicles. It's all the same, 50-50. So just pick your superstition, sit back, make a wish, and enjoy yourself. And for those of you who look to the Bible for moral lessons and literary qualities, I might suggest a couple of other stories for you. You might want to look at The 3 Little Pigs. That's a good one. Has a nice, happy ending. I'm sure you'll like that. Then there's Little Red Riding Hood, although it does have that X-rated part where the big bad wolf actually eats the grandmother, which I didn't care for, by the way. And finally, I've often always drawn a great deal of moral comfort from Humpty Dumpty. The part I like the best, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. That's because there is no Humpty Dumpty and there is no God. None, not one, no God, never was. In fact, I'm gonna put it this way. If there is a God, may he strike this audience dead. See, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Everybody's okay. All right? Tell you what. I'll raise the stakes a little bit. If there is a God, may he strike me dead. See? Nothing happened. Oh, wait. Got a little cramp in my leg. And my balls hurt. Plus, I'm blind. Oh, now I'm okay again. Must have been Joe Pesci, huh? God bless Joe Pesci. Thank you all very much. Joe bless you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That was really good.
That was a good bit.
That was a great bit, man.
That was a really, really good bit.
Programming is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, programming is definitely real. Some people are programmed to think a certain way, you know, and then when you try to challenge the programming, they're like, oh, nah, I've knew this all my life, like, you know what I mean? You know, and that's kind of what's good about society now, like, you know, these days we get challenged a lot because of the internet and shit like that, which I think is healthy, you know, but I do believe in a God, you know, but if he's trying to imply that sun is God because, like, the sun definitely created everything that we know, you know, water and shit like that. Like, you know, if we want to be technical, you know, that kind of is our gods because without this, we wouldn't be alive, you know. So, I'm not mad. I'm definitely not mad at this bit, you know what I mean? And we're not super religious, so, you know.
Not at all. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to say, believe in what you want to believe.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We, at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen after we die.
Yeah.
You're not going to know until you're dead. Even if you're dead, you can't tell nobody. So, believe in what the hell you want to believe in.
Yep.
At the end of the day. And, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Respect people's opinions, too.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Don't touch our religion.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like I told like them and them. I'm from a small hood in Marcy. I come from a project. I come from nothing. Like people were very poor. That's where I came from. And to be not only a star in your neighborhood.